Hello, and welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the price of electricity. This is just crazy. It's just been raising and raising and raising and raising, and every day is more expensive. Some states, because of the big beautiful bill, they lost the subsidy that they used to have by the government. And some of us, our government, our electricity bill doesn't have no subsidy, but it's still really expensive. They are charging us more for electricity, and it's becoming crazy. But yes, I'm gonna roll the clips because the clips are gonna talk by itself. You're gonna love this video. Stay towards the end.
Why is your light bill looking like a damn mortgage payment? Let's talk about it. So every month you're opening that envelope or that email that shows you that your electricity bill is climbing higher and higher. Now I'm going to tell you something right now. It's not because you suddenly started running a nightclub in your living room. And it's not because you left the lights on for too long. It's because the system is charging you more for the exact same electricity you've been using all along. Rates in some places have jumped as much as 50%. Families are cutting back, running on only the bare minimum. No extra. No waste, and still getting hit with $400, $500, $600 or more electricity bills. That's not your fault, y'all. That is the system squeezing you dry. And see, this is the kicker. These utility companies are not run like utility companies anymore. Private equity has slid right on in, y'all, treating our lights and air conditioning like it's just another hustle for profit. So between your grocery bill, your electricity bill, your car insurance, every essential that you have to pay now is a cash grab for rich people. And you're just left broke, tired, and wondering how you're supposed to survive. But don't miss this part, y'all. This was just summer. We ain't even hit winter yet. So if you think you're tapped now, just wait until that cold come creeping in for winter. Because when the system is designed to just take, the bills only go in one direction, baby. And that is up. And let me tell you something. The machine is going to tell you its market rates and supply costs. No, that's a lie. It's about greed. And if you're not tired yet, just keep watching while billionaires line their pockets with your paycheck.
Hey, we live in central Illinois. Our electric rates just went up 50%. My nephew has a ranch home that's probably 1,200 square feet. And his bill went from $260 to $560 in the last month. No difference in usage. The company just increased their rates 50%.
Has anybody else's electric Ameren bills like doubled or tripled this month? Because ours went from like $200 to almost $500. We literally live in the tiniest house ever. We run bare minimum electricity. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, everybody on my TikTok is flabbergasted as fuck because Georgia Power, what y'all really got going on? Can't nobody pay for this. Even if we can't afford it. You think I'm finna give you $400? For what though? Like, for what? Literally for what? My Georgia Power bill is $410 and they expect me to pay that shit today or it's gonna get cut off. What they say, light that candle up, baby. Cause I'm not. I know, like, that's not right. I don't give a if I did run it. That's not right. That's not right.
My electric bill is $314.89. See, if you don't believe me, $314.89. That's crazy. Is anybody else's electric bill that high? This is the highest one we've had this year. And I remember in the summers when it used to be $150 and I thought that was crazy high. Now it's $314. Why is it so expensive? We do live in Kentucky, so it does get really, really hot here. But like I said, our bills have never been over $300 like they are now. We leave our air conditioning on 73 pretty much 24/7. So I don't think that's super, super low or anything. We don't have like a pool or a hot tub, although I would love a hot tub. We don't have anything like that we run. We just have a regular house. It is 2 stories, so we do have 2 units, air conditioning units. But you know, our house is only 2,400 square feet about. $314.89. To me, that is way too expensive.
Let's start a thread. What's your electric bill? Mine was $203 for the month of July, which is $61 cheaper than it was last month, which was $144. Now, June was a very mild month in the Northwest. It was actually cold, is what it felt like, to me anyway. So the AC wasn't running too bad, so $144 kind of makes sense. What I want to talk about, though, is I made this same post last month. What's up with everywhere else charging so much for their electric? It was astronomical in some of the comments. Okay, some of the ones that stick out to me was California. California's broken, I swear. People are, over $1,000 easily. Arizona, another one. That one, same, over $1,000. And then the other one that I guess kind of shocked me was Illinois. Dude. Okay, I don't know if these people are trolling me or they're just like, what are they doing in their house? I can see if you got, there's so many factors here. I don't know what they're doing in their house. Close the door. AC's just kicking up.
We turn now to your money and the reason why so many Americans seem to be paying more, a lot more, for electricity these days. This summer, electricity bills are surging, but it's not just because of people cranking up their air conditioners. In Philadelphia, the average bill is up $17 a month. In Trenton, New Jersey, $26. In Columbus, Ohio, $27. And it's the artificial intelligence boom that's getting the blame. As the demand for AI has skyrocketed, so too has the need for data centers that power the technology. Those data centers use a lot of power, and the grid is struggling to keep up.
If we do not act decisively, we risk ceding AI leadership to countries that are moving faster to modernize their energy infrastructure.
At a Senate hearing last week, lawmakers and energy experts warn the electric grid is not ready for the coming wave of AI-powered data centers. And while industry leaders called for urgent investment in new generation, they avoided taking sides on fossil fuels versus renewables.
We need more energy,
more generation, and
more generation, and we need more transmission independent of source.
But President Trump, at an artificial intelligence summit in Pennsylvania, said fossil fuels will power the AI age.
We're unleashing all forms of energy, including natural gas, oil, and clean, beautiful coal.
Critics say that strategy ignores the reality of what's cheapest and fastest to build.
Clean energy is the most affordable, and it's the fastest type of energy generation to deploy, outpacing natural gas, which is facing years-long backlogs in turbine availability.
The Energy Department predicts data centers could use 12% of all U.S. electricity by the year 2030.
And another thing that has been skyrocketing and is so hard to get is a mortgage. If you are in the market to get a mortgage or get a house, this is just crazy. How much they are asking for you can have as an income for you can qualify for a house is ridiculous. And then the mortgage, how much people is paying for mortgage is extremely ridiculous. It's like almost unaffordable for Gen Z to be able to afford a house. It's becoming really, really, really expensive for the new generations to afford a house.
What salary is needed to buy a home to afford a middle-class life today?
Well, if we look at the average home in America, it's sitting around $400,000, and at a 7% interest rate, you would need to make $100,000 with zero debt, no car payment, no student loans, no credit cards, to have a shot at qualifying. If you do have a car payment, student loans, and credit card debt, which most Americans have, you're going to need more, about $120,000 to $130,000 for a $400,000 home. So for the average American right now, statistically, can only afford about a $250,000 home, and there's only a few places in America that still offer homes at that price.
So what's happening at the moment is parents who have some money are helping their children. And that's the only way those children can get into a home of their own. Is that accurate?
That is accurate if they're helping with the down payment, but if the child doesn't have the $100,000 or $120,000 salary to back it up, parents will not only have to help with down payment, but also co-sign if the child doesn't make over $100,000 for most metropolitan cities.
And you don't see much change in the immediate future?
I don't. I would just tell any young person, get their ducks in a row financially and be prepared. So if interest rates do come down, you're ready to pounce, because you don't want to be late if the prices start shooting up. You want to be early to
in our rent. We just got the renewal letter. You guys, We live in a 426 square foot studio apartment in downtown Chicago. And our rent, this year was $2,108. The previous year, it was $1,930. They want to increase it to $2,649. That's over $500 increase. I have no words. Like, where did they come up with this number? I mean, we had already made up our mind that we're not going to stay in the studio anyways. We are going to move and look for a new place. Hopefully, starting next week, we're going to start touring apartments. But over $500 increase for a 426 square foot studio apartment. I think this is because a new company apparently bought the building because we have new owners now. Like, we got a letter, I don't know, a couple of months ago that they are taking over the building. So yeah, I think that's why the prices are increasing this much.
I just got the updated lease offer from my landlord and they want to charge me $200 more a month now. So $2,180. When I moved in, it was $1,695 4 years ago.
I'm at my wit's end. I cannot do this anymore. My mortgage company is denying my payments now, which is going to put me into foreclosure. They're literally forcing me into foreclosure because they're not accepting my payments. And they're saying that I am so far behind when I went to the online portal and it said that I had, and this was weeks ago, said that I owned for June 1st. And I already had $477 towards June's payment. And I sent out the rest. Right, and I got a notification in my mail that I had to come pick something up at the post office, which I did, and it's my fucking payment. Because the bank has told my mortgage lender to deny all payments, forcing me into delinquency, forcing me into foreclosure. I can't sell my house because my real estate agent says because of the mold, it depreciates the value of the property. So they want to mitigate the mold, which is going to take months. It's going to take months to get an estimate I don't even have the money to mitigate the mold. And I was going to sell the back 40 so I could get ahead on the mortgage, get the mold mitigated, build a tiny home so I could get out of the house itself. And I can't do any of it. And I'm so at my wit's end. I can't work any more hours because I'm already working 7 days a week. I just don't know what to do anymore. It's like a roadblock at every turn, and now I'm literally looking at foreclosure, which is, I can't afford rents. I'm paying $1,500 a month in a mortgage, and I'm struggling. I can't afford $2,200. I don't know what else to do anymore. I've tried everything, and nothing is working.
Maybe moving back in with your parents is the new flex. And let me explain. Like, what if we stop for a second and just stop burning ourselves out on paying rent and paying all these useless bills on places that we don't even own? You know, you save money, you heal, you reset. You finally get to slow down. You finally get to move with intention and save some money. God willing, you got a good relationship with your parents. And I get it. Everybody's so quick to say, oh, you live at home. But honestly, I think that is changing. I think that is quickly changing because people are realizing that this economy is not set up for you to live alone and for you to be single in this country. And honestly, I think it's smarter than struggling. I think it's smarter to stay home and make money and save money than saying, oh, well, at least I got my own place. Yeah, you got your own place, but you broke. Shit's changed. And I think we might have to bring back multi-generational housing because honestly, we Americans, we're the only one who live like this. We're the only one who clown each other for still living with our folks. It's honestly really stupid because if you can save a lot of money, you can combine your resources, you can get whatever you want. This consumerism, capitalistic society that America has brainwashed into our mind that you have to have your own everything is not normal and it's not necessary.
And then yes, it's like you are paying electricity and you just get like confused. Like, okay, I just paying electricity or I'm just making a mortgage payment because it's just becoming so expensive. This happened in Europe too, okay? I have my best friend, she lives in Italy, and she used to tell me that she paid 1,800 euros, like almost like $1,000 for electricity. And I couldn't believe her. I was like, That's just crazy. How can you guys pay that much for electricity? Yes, Jenny, we pay, and I don't put my air conditioner running all day. I just put it for like a little bit in some periods of time when the house gets too hot that I cannot stand it anymore. And I just keep my house hot. I just almost don't turn the electricity for nothing, and I still pay almost $800 just in an electricity bill. I couldn't believe it. And she just told me people in here is paying 500 euros in electricity in a normal month, not even in the month of summer. And people doesn't use air conditioner. People just open the windows, and still we just paying too much for electricity. And look where we're going, to paying way too much in electricity. But comment below, how much is your electricity bill? How much is your bill? How much do you pay for electricity in your town? Just comment below what state are you watching me from, and also what city are you watching me from, and see if we have the same skyrocketing price of electricity.